Every year, it is a tradition for my mother's side of the family to come over and spend Christmas Day at my house. This tradition has evolved into a ritual and has become a very meaningful gathering to myself and the other members of my group. My family Christmas gathering can be considered a social group. The primary goals are to engage in conversation with each member, cook a nice meal together, and create enjoyable and special Christmas memories. In terms of group properties, the group size varies each year, from roughly 10 to 12 people. There are 8 primary members of this group. This consists of my immediate family, including my father, mother, and little sister Leah, as well as my mother's sister's family, made up of my Aunt Dee, Uncle Mark, Cousin Michelle, and Cousin Nick. Some years we have additional guests, including my father's side of the family, or boyfriends and girlfriends. The location of our group Christmas has always taken place at my house due to the space requirements. Both of the homes that I have lived in throughout this tradition have the largest dining area, table space, and counter space needed for efficient cooking to take place. I have 2 tables, one in my dining room and one in my kitchen, in which are connected. These space accommodations allow for each member to eat, socialize, and sit comfortably throughout the day. In terms of group roles, my Aunt Dee acts as an encourager. Her comical and witty personality always brings life to the dinner. She encourages everyone to speak, asking questions about everyone's life in order to provoke meaningful conversation at the dinner table. When there are new guests present at our group, she always takes the role as a gatekeeper and expediter in order to be sure that they are included in the conversation and feel welcomed at our group. Though they both recently passed away, my grandparents were very important members of this group. Their strong love for their children and grandchildren increased the cohesiveness of the group and enhanced the group dynamics. If any conflict arose, they always took the role of harmonizers to alleviate any group tension through their kind and silly personalities. On Christmas, my family takes the time to reflect on all the wonderful memories we shared with them. My mother takes on the role identity of the main cook. Each year, she is the individual of the group to primarily facilitate the cooking activities. She acts as the evaluator critic by setting logical standards and sequencing the time in which each dish should be ready. She uses a facilitative leadership style to instruct the other group members who are assisting her. This usually consists of myself, my Aunt Dee, my Aunt Milena, and my sister Leah. We act as procedural technicians in order to expedite the cooking process. We perform small tasks such as chopping vegetables or organizing platters that lead to the greater group goal of preparing a meal. The emergence of my mother's role can partially be explained by the traits theory of group leadership development. My mom is a very independent and assertive woman who prefers to take charge and lead activities in an efficient manner. Due to this, it naturally became the group norm for her to lead the group activity of preparing a meal, as well as guide the flow of the overall experience. According to Tuckman, my family Christmas group meets the criteria of the perform stage of development. Our roles are very established, so each year the preparation of the food and cleanup routine runs fairly smoothly. There's a high level of participation and engagement in conversations among each member. We all deeply care for each other's well-being and look forward to being reunited each year. We all identify with each other as family members. Our interpersonal communication, nonverbal body cues, and emotional expressions make it evident that we are happy and grateful to be present as members at this holiday group. The communication style primarily takes the form of triads and dyads. Small groups of people are scattered throughout the living room, dining room, and family room, where the members chat and catch up with each other before and after the meal. However, during the meal, the style tends to be more group-centered, when we are all sitting at the table together. My family highly values the meaningful conversations, funny moments and laughs, and memories that take place at the dinner table on Christmas Day. In terms of Yalom's therapeutic factors, a strong group cohesiveness is very evident. The development of therapeutic relations amongst each member of the group has created an undeniable, powerful bond between our two families. A sense of universality is apparent amongst my group. We are all very open with each other, and Christmas is a place to come to truly be yourself and vent or share anything on your mind. It is a very non-judgmental, open environment. We all demonstrate altruism in our relationships with one another. I would do absolutely anything for any of the group members, and I know that they would do the same for me. For example, one Christmas morning, I woke up with the flu. In response, my mother and aunt sacrificed their Christmas day to drive me an hour away to the only open urgent care in the area and spent 2 hours in the waiting room with me. Though the actual experience was not enjoyable, looking back on it now, their unselfish and generous actions increased our bond and the cohesiveness of the group as a whole. In addition, corrective recapitulation of primary family groups has taken place at my family Christmas gathering. My Uncle Mark, who was married to my mother's sister Dina, had come from a very abusive family with unstable dynamics. My mother said when I was younger, it took him a while to open up to my family and truly feel universal amongst us. However, now he attends all of our family events and is incredibly grateful to be a part of our family group. The concept of time plays a very important role in this group's dynamics. This tradition has been going on since I was born and has brought our two families very close together. My cousin Michelle is only 1 year older than me, so over the years she has evolved into one of my very close friends. This year at Christmas, she asked my sister Leah and I to take the role of bridesmaids in her wedding. This special moment emboldened our bond and will make the Christmas gatherings even more special in the years to come. An important tradition embedded in our Christmas family gathering is the food we make. I come from a very Italian family where food is a very huge part of our culture. Recipes and cooking styles have been passed down through many generations and are still used in my family today. One of my favorites is my mother's homemade Italian gravy and meatballs, which has been passed down from her mother and grandmother and so on. We also make homemade bread every year, which I have looked forward to ever since I was a child. Christmas is a great occasion for me to learn these traditions so I can pass them down when I have a family someday. When thinking about why this group is so special to me, I think of the unconditional love and acceptance. My family welcomes anyone into our home with open arms to join us at our holiday gathering. Whether it's my cousin's fiance and his brother, whose parents do not celebrate Christmas, or my dad's friends from England who are visiting their son for the holidays and needed a place to stay. Anyone is always welcome. Overall, I am so thankful for the family that I was blessed with, and for the group dynamics that we have established over the years at our traditional Christmas gathering.